The investigation continues into the shooting death of a Walker County man with Alzheimer's who was mistaken for a prowler.
Now, the district attorney's office now has the task of determining if the shooter should be charged in this case. Let's go to Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Matt Barber with more on how Georgia's Stand Your Ground law may play a role here. Matt?
Yeah, that's right, David. Walker County Sheriff Steve Wilson says this is a very tough case to investigate because he knew the victim, 72-year-old Ronald Westbrook. Wilson is very outspoken about the actions of the shooter, saying in his opinion he should have never gone outside and waited for deputies to arrive. But when it comes to charges, Wilson says as of right now, it does not look like 34-year-old Joe Hendricks broke any laws.
He's a good man. I've known him. We attend church together. We go to the same church. Just a fine man, a fine family.
Sheriff Wilson says 72-year-old Ronald Westbrook was most likely lost and confused when he started ringing the doorbell and jiggling the doorknob at this home on Cottage Crest Court in Chickamauga around 4 o'clock Wednesday morning. Westbrook's wife had no clue he left their home about 3 miles away.
They just did not know he had walked away until about the time this happened. And it was just too late at that point. About the time she discovered he was gone, the shooting had already happened.
While 34-year-old Joe Hendricks ran outside to check the property with gun in hand, his fiancée was on the phone with 911. Hendricks told investigators he gave Westbrook verbal commands with no response, and when Westbrook came toward him, he shot 4 times.
I believe that he should have stayed inside the home.
But Sheriff Wilson says that's just his opinion.
Did he violate any laws by exiting the home? No. None that we know of.
Wilson says it's now up to the district attorney to see if Georgia's Stand Your Ground law will play a role in the case.
I'm certainly the district attorney will certainly take that code section, that law, into consideration.
The 2006 law states a person has no duty to retreat and has the right to stand his or her ground, which includes using deadly force, and that pertains to defense of a habitation or property.
There's no doubt in our mind that Mr. Hendrick and his fiancée felt threatened.
But Wilson stresses it's an open investigation.
We feel like at this point that we should proceed cautiously and with an open mind and let the evidence and the law take its place.
Wilson also says on the 911 recording it's clear the dispatcher was not aware Hendricks left the house. Now, we've put in a request for that recording. On a side note, after yesterday's report, a lot of people contacted Channel 3 concerned for Mr. Westbrook's dog that was taken from the scene and placed in the Walker County Animal Shelter. His family was originally told they could not get the dog back until Saturday because of the holiday, but after a few phone calls, the dog is now by Mrs. Westbrook's side. Live in the studio, Matt Barber, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.